Hey guys, Rookie Lock here, back once again. I hope everyone's having a great day, as always. A bit overdue for a video again, but today I have something a bit special. Well, it's special to me anyways. I hope you guys can appreciate it as much. May remember a few videos back, I got these locks here from good buddy in Sweden, Asdfkoas. And once again, man, I really appreciate you sending me these locks. Quite a privilege to have such a awesome Assas in my collection. And I have quite a bit of time on these locks. When I first started picking them, they put up quite a fight. I want to say I probably have probably coming up on 20 hours combined of picking on these locks. Then I kind of figured out the trick in the field to picking these style of pins, and now I can get into them fairly reliably in a decent amount of time. Yeah, I could talk forever about these locks, so I guess let's just clamp one up and try to get into it, and we can finally check out these awesome pins that I know are in here. Trying a different lighting setup today. It's really overcast, but I think this looks half decent with what I have. So here's the key. There's the bitting, 7-pin, and it works beautifully as you would expect from an Assa. And SCD, that just means that there's a drill protection in here, from my understanding, according to a few folks over on keypicking.com, which is an awesome resource, and you should check that out too if you haven't already. But I'm just going to be using actually a new hook that I made. It's quite deep and it's really strong in this direction here, and my homemade pry bar in 50 thousandths. I'd like to have something a bit tighter, but this is what we have, and work with what you got, right? Now, like I said, when I first started picking these, I got nowhere, and in part because I was using heavy tension, which doesn't really help you on these locks. Well, I take that back. I use heavy tension to get a false set, and after that I really have to force myself to lighten up because I have such a habit of using heavy tension. So first step is getting that false set. A little bit in 7. Excuse me. And there's our false set, so we know we're hung up on those security pins. And let me start from the front, I guess. Counter rotation on number 1, I think you can see that. Same on number 2, and a little extra click on number 2. A little bit on number 4, and this is number 6, I believe. Yep, got it set. Now I really have to remind myself to keep light tension, or else I'll get nowhere on this. A little bit more on 1. I think it dropped down again. Or no, that was 2. This is 1. And 2 dropped down again, and got an extra click off 2. And forgot to mention that you'll also get counter rotation off of key pins, and you can even set these key pins and keep a false set, because the key pins are kind of spooled, or kind of torpedo pinned, as some people call them. And hopefully we can get this open so we can check that out. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I want this to look good for for both of us. There we go, that's a bit better, huh? Readjust my tension wrench. That's counter rotation, but I'm pretty sure it's... Oh no, that was another click off of 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're fairly close. Another click off 2, and 1, 2 again. Oh, definitely dropped some stuff there, and looks like it was 2 and 1, maybe. Yeah. Binding order seems to be different every time, too. Oh, and there we are. I had to really lighten up the tension again. I was even still too heavy. So that was on, I believe it was 4, and we got an open. So that is awesome. Put these picks away, and we can finally check out these awesome pins. I'll try to keep this big boy in frame. So it's obviously open. Get my little pinning tray, pinning mat, and I think I have the Allen key ready here. There we go. And the actuator comes out really easy on this one, and the ball bearings come out, so I'm going to try to keep that intact, which it is. Put this aside over here. And oh yeah, we got one of these bendy C-clips. I kind of wish they had went with that back on here instead. A little easier to work with, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just let's just pop it off of there. Okay, I'm probably going to lock this back up since we do have a key. And we're going to need to spread that a little bit more. It'll take me longer to get the clip off than it did to pick the lock. That should do. Yeah, there we go. Now this little cam comes off. And now we can use my snap ring pliers. Oh, that light's kind of harsh. A little bit more. That's nice and bent now. Oh well. And there we go. Little battle there. Now, I think I'm going to take my key right off the ring here, make things a bit easier. And I'm definitely going to shim this because I already almost bricked it once, and I don't want to do that again. That's a crappy feeling when you almost break a really nice lock. By brick I mean seize it up where it's useless. Oops. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, this might be a bit of a long video, guys, but hope you bear with me and at least stick around to see these pins. And there we go. Follower. Now this is where I really wish I had the right size follower, but again, I'm gonna have to work with the tools that we got and hope we don't. Oh no. Oh, phew. Alrighty. Everything working there, 7 pins. Looks like a little wafer there. Lower this down a bit. One standard with a wafer. Oh, that's a drill insert. 2 standard with a wafer. 3 standard with a wafer. 4 standard. There's a torpedo in 5. Beautiful pin. Standard in 6, or sorry, that was 5. That was 6, and torpedo in 7. I'll just arrange these a little bit. So we had 3 wafers, which need to be there for the key to work. I might change that up, I might not. Okay, so that's an insert, so that's why my counting was off. 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. I'll give you a closer look in a second. Now to check out the magic. There's an awesome pin. Some people call them Christmas tree pins. I'll give you a closer look in a second. Another Christmas tree pin. Tapered standard. And here's what people just call an Assa old style driver, which the Christmas tree pins are also. And these, from what I hear, and I've asked quite a bit of people that are familiar with picking these Assa old style drivers are quite harder to pick than the new style. And they're actually more expensive to make too, because well, according to people on keypicking.com, or sorry, I think I seen this in a Hope conference, or in what's it called? DEF CON conference. When you have a pin that's not symmetric, meaning different on either side, it's more expensive for production because they either need to be loaded by hand or you need special machines to detect what side they go in. Where when you have a pin that is different on, or the same on both sides. You can just send it through machine, and not sure if you guys have ever seen that on like how it's made or whatever. When lock cores get pinned up, they can just load a bunch in a machine and the machine does the work. Where these, they either have to be done by hand or you need a special machine to load them. But anyway, happy to get this on camera finally. Really cool lock. So on the bottom we have standard 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. And we have torpedo in 4 and 7. And then we have these Christmas trees, which are just awesome pins in 1, 2, 6, and we have just the single, or the old style driver here in number 4. And I don't know if you guys seen Bill's recent video where he had a core stuck. These things will get stuck in the counter drill, or the drill insert chambers, even when the hardened inserts are in there. I think I'm going to put some epoxy and bring these things higher up so it doesn't happen. I'd hate to ruin this lock. It would just kill me. So yeah, they really get stuck in there. So that's what you have on this Assa in the big ass monster anchor lass. Sorry about that. Wicked lock. Alright guys, thanks for sticking with me if you did this far, and as always, don't give lock pickers a bad name. Never pick locks that you don't own or have permission to pick, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care guys.